Good afternoon. So the topic of today is OSI model. So as you know that when I open any website in our computer, we can say that I'm working on application layer. But when you but when you are sending the data to other device, different information will be added while sending data. Now the information which is added by your computer while sending data is source IP address, destination IP address, source MAC address, destination MAC address, source port address, and destination port address. But but when your data will comes in cable, we can say that our data is in physical layer. Hope you understand. See, OSI is a 7-layer model. Each layer defines a set of functions which take part in data communication. And here we have 7 layers. Now, if somebody will ask you which is the first layer of OSI model, so you can say physical layer is the first layer of OSI model. So now we should understand about the physical layer. See, application, presentation, and session is called software layer. And network, data link, and physical layer is our hardware layer. And transport is our core layer. Now we are going to understand about physical application layer. So application layer is a layer where user can interact directly with any application. Suppose if you suppose if you open a web browser in your computer, then it means that I am working on the application layer. If your web browser is opening on application layer, so the protocol which we are using to access the website, understand brother? So the protocol which you are using to access the website is also called application layer protocol. So this HTTP, HTTPS, FTP, SMTP, Telnet, these all protocol works on application layer. Now next is session layer, presentation layer. See, there are many options available in presentation layer. There are many options available in presentation layer like encoding, decoding, encryption, decryption, compression, decryption. So when you are sending your confidential data, when you are sending your confidential data over public network, so it is better for you to encrypt that data before sending. So if you are not encrypted, if you are not encrypted your data while sending, your data will be hacked, brother. So one more option of presentation layer is compression. If you are sending a large data, you should compress the data before sending. So encoding, decoding, encryption, decryption, compression, decryption, this is the feature of presentation layer. Now next is session layer. Session layer is responsible for establishing, maintaining. See, session layer is responsible for establishing, maintaining, and terminating the connection. So this is the protocol which works on session layer, that is RPC, SQL, and ASP, remote procedure call structure query language. And now next is very important layer, that is called transport layer. So this is the feature of transport layer: multiplexing, demultiplexing, segmentation, sequencing, reassembling, error correction, all these features of transport layer. Now, so this is the difference between TCP and UDP. You go through it. Now, see, you have already aware that when you are sending the data to a particular device, what TCP will do here? TCP will first establish the connection there. So SYN is the first packet. SYN is the first packet to make the connection. After receiving the SYN packet by system B will respond with SYN ACK. And finally, your system A will send ACK packet. This process is called three-way handshake. This process is called three-way handshake, brother. This will happen on transport layer. Now next is segmentation. The meaning of segmentation is to break the data before sending. This is your data, and you are sending that data to a destination device. The meaning of segmentation is to break the data before sending. But if you did not add sequence number, then that is very difficult for the computer to reassemble the data. So now this problem will come here. See, this is the problem, because you are sending the data, but you didn't add sequence number here. So what you will do again here, this two PC will communicate with each other. So this is the data which you are going to send. Now segmentation will happen here, and also on each packet sequence number will be added here. So now with the help of sequence number, your system B will reassemble the data. Now flow control. Flow control. When a PC is sending data to other device, at the same time, when the receiving device will send its ACK packet, this process is called window size 1. But when a PC will send 3 packets at a single time, after receiving 3 packets, when the receiving device will send ACK packet, this is called window size 3. Now error correction. In this scenario, the system A will send 3 packets to system B. System B is sending ACK with acknowledgement 4. Again, system A is sending 3 packets to system B, 4, 5, 6. But system B should reply with ACK 7. But brother, system B is replying with ACK 5. What does it mean? It means that packet 5 has not received by system B. Hope the now you understand, I think so. So now again, system A is going to send some data to system B. So this is the data. Hello, how are you? But while sending the data, maybe it's possible that some packet will be lost. So this packet will be lost here. So in this scenario, system B will inform to system A that I have lost one packet here. So again, system A will send the same packet here. Now system B will reassemble the data. This will also happen on this layer, transport layer. So the next layer, and important layer, is called transport layer. Sorry, network layer. See, two different type of protocol is working here. That is routed protocol and routing protocol. RIP, EIGRP, and OSPF. These three protocol is called routing protocol. The function of routing protocol is to create routing table of every router, so that your source data will reach to destination device, you can say. What is routed protocol? IP is called routed protocol. So the function of routed protocol is to carry user data between host computer. See the scenario here. Routed protocol. I'm going to explain routed protocol here. You have two computers here. So this is the segment which you are going to send system B. But before sending data, you should add IP header here. Means you are adding source and destination IP address here. But after receiving the data by system B, so system B will send the data to the internet. So this complete path is created by routing protocol. Now, so the complete path over internet is called routing protocol. This path is created by routing protocol, brother. The next layer is called data link layer. When you are sending data to destination device, source and destination MAC address should be added on every data. See what I'm telling you? When you are sending data to a destination device, source and destination MAC address should be added on data link layer device. But while sending CRC algorithm, there is an algorithm here. So this is, we have two computer here, and now I'm going to send some data to system B. So this is our data, and now I have added source and destination MAC address here. So what I want to say you, when you are sending data to a destination device, source and destination MAC address should be added on data link layer. But while sending CRC, cycle redundancy checker algorithm should be run on each frame. So now I'm going to run CRC algorithm on this frame. Right. But before accepting the data by system B also runs CRC algorithm. System B is accepting the data, but system B will also run algorithm, CRC algorithm here. But system B has detected some error there. So this is the error. So system B will ask to system A for the same data. Now again, when system A is sending the data, it will add source and destination MAC address. But before sending the data, it will run CRC algorithm here for the security reason. After receiving the data by system B will also run CRC algorithm. Now in final stage, system B does not detect any error here. So this will happen on data link layer. The next and final layer is called physical layer. Physical layer. So what is physical layer? See, in physical layer, process of converting the binary data 0101 in physical layer, process of converting the binary data into electrical, or you can say light signal, electrical signal or light signal. If you are using UTP cable there, electrical signal will be there, but if you are using fiber optic cable, the signal will be light signal. So what I want to say you, in physical layer, process of converting the binary data into electrical signal or light signal based on the type of media which you are using. So this is called physical layer, brother. So now I have completed OSI model. Thank you very much.